All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Watch Along stream. This is take 22. Today we are watching Highlander in a tribute
The
to
fantasy.
the late Sean Connery. And look who's in the house with us.
What's up, Mark?
How's it
We got
going,
the crew.
guys?
Yeah,
Good.
good man. How are you?
Doing all right.
Yeah, man. We're wondering if our passion had, you know, forced you into
Decided to
another meeting
reschedule.
tonight.
No, not tonight. No, he's probably. I think we got something going on Wednesday night though, but not tonight. Wanted to be here for this one, Highlander, man.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, anybody who's followed knows we're supposed to watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Uh, it's a Halloween horror. We won the poll last week, but after the news, we decided to switch it up. So we'll be watching that next week. It looks like Sunday because of work is going to be the new temporary time for now. So I think everybody will be able to make it. So yeah, please like, share the stream, let everybody know we're watching Highlander. Uh, so yeah, guys, we usually like to do like our first thoughts on the movie, how first time we watched it, etc. So what are you guys' thoughts on Highlander?
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
This will
Yeah,
actually be my first time watching it. I've seen little bits of the series that came on Sci-Fi Channel and stuff, but never really actually sat down and watched it.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
honestly can't remember the first time that I watched it. My dad picked this up a lot when I was a kid from Blockbuster. We'd rent a lot, on VHS, and I don't know. I've seen this movie probably 10 or 15 different times, and it's just great. It's just a fantastic movie. Love this movie.
Yeah, same. I caught it on VHS. If you remember, like the year, it feels like since I came to the states. Highlander has been around. It's like it had just come out on VHS and stuff, and I've watched it countless times. I watched all the sequels, the series, the animated series, the anime, read some of the books. I mean, if it's Highlander, I've seen it. Well, the first one is still a classic. It's amazing. It still holds up. Uh, this is a really great kind of idea for like a movie. It's really the magic really hasn't been.
Can you do something to Deacon to lower the fan? It's kind of really loud on my end.
Oh, that's
There you go.
okay.
Thank you. There you go.
Greg is in the house.
And
Hale.
back to you, Ace.
Yeah, just saying our Greg's in the house.
What's up,
So
Greg?
yeah,
Hey,
we're
how's it going,
watching
man?
it in the Discord.
Yep. Just jump in,
Yeah,
Greg, and we're in the stream room. Just come in and hook yourself on.
that's right. So yeah, man, Highlander, amazing movie. The way it's shot is great. The acting, all the actors kill their roles. It's got an amazing soundtrack by Queen. Really, you can't go wrong with this. Like, if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat.
Oh yeah.
And if you have seen it before, then you can enjoy it along with us. So yeah, guys, everybody's ready. Let's count this down and go.
So, three,
2,
one,
go.
go.
Here we go, folks. I love the opening crawl. From the dawn of time we came, moving silently through the centuries,
You
living
already
many
there?
secret lives. Yeah. Am I ahead of you guys?
A little bit.
Yeah. Let me know when you get there.
Now we're from the dawn of time.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, from the dawn of time.
The Dauntress.
The Highlander.
Yeah, I love that song.
Love how it just jumps right into that Princess of the Universe.
Oh yeah, man.
Great song.
Dude, that song's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a couple songs on here that are just like remarkable. Like,
Yeah,
so good.
man.
You know,
They did an incredible job on the
Yeah,
soundtrack to
they
this.
just destroyed this, man. Oh,
they
yeah.
did they did the same like with that movie. They did pretty much the same thing as with the what was the freaking
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. They came
Yep.
in, they hired them for one song or two. They did an entire fucking album,
Yeah.
like Prince did with Batman. They're like, oh well, what's like one song or two? Did an entire fucking album.
Well, Greg says this is his favorite Connery role.
Man, I don't know. I like him a lot in this, but he's got so many great roles, man. It'd be hard for me to narrow one down.
Yeah,
He's a fantastic actor, man. He really
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I love Untouchables. To me, it's another great movie.
Yeah, that is a good one. Hunt for Red October, he was really good in that.
He's been one of my favorite actor for a long time. Like I love him in Draco, Dragonheart.
The movie's no longer streaming. The stream room. Or is it? Hold on.
The what?
Mm.
Oh,
The Freebirds are in the house.
oh. Ooh, what
I
happened?
love that. I mean, it's the most 80s thing in the world to start a movie in the middle of like a wrestling match.
Oh yeah.
What the hell happened here? Just give me a sec. It just stopped streaming.
I love the way the camera moves on this shot. It's great.
The first time I watched this with my wife, we sat down and we started watching it, and this kicked on, and she kind of sat there looking at it like, "Isn't this supposed to be like sword fighting? Why does it have a wrestling match?"
That's another type of sword fighting. Yeah, Greg says he's had a lot of charisma.
Yeah,
in
he
this
does.
role. Oh, yeah.
He does.
Dude,
One thing-
ah,
Yeah, one thing Highlander does great are the flashbacks, man.
Yeah, that's true, man.
as a kid, two of my favorite movies was that and Excalibur.
Excalibur's great. Man, I haven't seen
Yeah.
Excalibur in a long time. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, Christopher Lambert's great in this. Like, he has this like a believable kind of like intensity and like almost like this sadness to him. You know,
Yeah, you definitely get that feeling. Like it's
Yeah. he's like
He-
haunted.
yeah. Haunted's a great word.
Yeah.
That's perfect perfect explanation for him in this.
Dude, I was obsessed with getting his that little coat, camel coat that he wears.
Yeah.
Dude,
Man, you gotta love that Mustang they got right there too. Man.
And you know, some people don't know, but he was doing some martial art competition before this.
Really? I didn't know he actually had a martial arts background.
Yeah, he actually has a martial art background.
That's
why
pretty
he
cool.
came in. Yeah.
yeah, I know he got really good with the sword when he was training, but then like in the later movies, you know, he was having like eye problems, So it was becoming like a hazard. That's why he had to leave on the fourth one because
Mm.
his the eyesight was getting bad. He almost had like a bad accident on set.
He wa I think he was in what was it, fencing? Yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of work with the stunt people and everything. He got really good. Like I think when you see him in the series, the little duel he has with Duncan,
Yeah.
you see like he's really comfortable with the sword. Like
Yep.
completely, like, he feels completely natural the way they shoot it. They don't have to even do a lot of cuts and stuff. He just wields the sword. It feels natural, like he's
Just
been
look
doing
at
it
him. Yeah.
forever.
Mm.
This is the first time you're watching this. You're like, these dudes are having like a sword fight. Like
Yeah.
it's so like insane, you know?
Oh,
Like you never like see anything like this. This is so like surreal.
another movie I liked a lot that we need to watch one day, and it has two different title, but it came out about like not too long after that one, or the second one. It was I Come in Peace, I think in the States, was Dolph Lundgren.
I Come in Peace. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah,
It's
this sounds
an alien that that travels to planet. They come here to steal our endorphins, and they sell that as drugs. You never seen that?
No, I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Huh.
Gotta check that out. Well, I mean, if we watch it, I'll see it then. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
and there's a lot of ridiculous stuff in like this opening scene, you know? Like especially when you watch back now, but the fact that they were really going for it, you know, like they're like we're just trying to make like as like an intense like fight scene and give you like a real like atmosphere with the rain and everything, the way it's shot, you know. You
Yeah,
gotta
man,
give, you gotta
definitely.
give points to like that kind of like balls to the wall attitude, and you know, like you don't see a lot of stuff now. Like you know, it's like you can forgive some of like the silliness and stuff when like they put so much like dedication into it, you know.
It also, the thing. I think the thing that a lot of modern movies lose is they up the epicness, like the scale of the fight. Like if this was a Marvel movie, it'd be huge and it'd be circling and it'd have all kinds of CGI tricks and stuff. But I think what makes it so grounded, what makes it so cool in this is that it's literally just two guys with two swords really trying to kill each other. Like it forces them to
Yeah.
really sell it, you
I
know.
also love like I love how they came up with the rules and everything, you know,
Yeah.
like the code that they have to fight and live with. All
Yep.
that stuff always fascinated me, man. Like I thought there was endless potential in this. Like I would love to.
There's a code
This,
of honor. They can't
yeah,
kill each other with an explosion and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love if I could get like the Highlander, you know, for like a comic book series.
Yeah, dude.
Ah, dude, I would go nuts on this, man.
That would be really
I
cool.
would completely like just like go deep into this, man.
The scary thing about it is like if they ever tried to like remake this or try to you know re what's it called, reboot or whatever, it would just be so woke. Like it'd be a lady or it'd be
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You know, they talked about like the reboot, but it's always been in development, so who knows?
Let's hope whoever gets a hold of it, if they do another one. I would love to see another one, but if they did
Definitely.
another one,
I think it's right for a series. I think like doing it in like maybe eight episode series would be the best way to tackle it. You
that'd
could
be
tell like
cool, like an
you could tell
HBO
like one
show.
story and then do like the each episode is like a flashback, and then you tell like the main story. It'd be like really simple to do.
I think you guys are too used to having series.
No, it's just this is hard for like a movie. It's tough to like remake. You'd have to basically just remake the first one again, you know, because you're not gonna get better than this.
No.
Greg's
I
talking
like
about a
Greg's idea.
Highlander LARP. Yeah, that's great. But I think as a series, it gives that's why the series I think worked in like such a different way because you got to meet Duncan and kind of experience his life. He was completely
Connor,
different than Connor, so it kind of let you breathe and
we can
kind of
be
get
honest.
into him.
The
Yeah.
series, I only watched the first season, but I enjoyed the first season, but it got weird after and never returned. I checked the movie where he came back and it was okay.
We gotta do a rewatch of like the series, man. We
Oh
gotta.
well,
The second one I know gets a lot of
redundant.
yeah, people don't seem to really like the second one a lot, but
Yes, people meaning me.
Yeah. Real
I,
fans, they love it.
I don't think I've seen it since I was really little. So I remember something about a desert or something like that, but I don't really remember a whole lot.
They go in the future, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something about the future. I don't really remember it though. I watched the show because it was on, God, what was that?
Yeah, I
Spike
think that
TV or something like that.
Yeah, they used to show the replay on
I
Spike.
was
It was on USA,
That's what it
Sci-Fi.
was. It was USA.
Yeah, all those channels had it, man. Highlander seasons.
It was a great show.
Wasn't
It
that
was.
castle from the end of the Monty Python: The Quest for Holy Grail?
I don't know, but I hope that's true.
Yes. Fun fact.
Like it looks
Uh,
exactly like it, like where they're getting arrested.
Hey, man.
That would be hysterical. I really hope that's true.
Reusing old sets.
It makes sense. You know, they do that a lot.
Yeah, man. It can go wrong shooting on location like this.
It looks fantastic. It
Yeah,
really
like
does.
it's another thing. Like, oh, that's such like a cool design. That's so fucking amazing. Just remember the first time seeing this, like, who the fuck is that? Fucking Kurgan.
I remember he scared the shit out of me when I
Yeah,
was a
man.
kid.
Like, he is legit scary. Like in both forms, like in the past and when he goes to the present.
Yeah.
He's
I'd argue that he's actually scarier in the future.
Yeah, he is. Like he looks completely insane, and you're just like, when you know everything he did, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, man.
How's Connor gonna take this guy out? Yeah, man, the blue kilts against the red kilts.
Still got that going on today in New York,
Yeah.
in LA.
That's how it always goes, man. It's always red and blue. In the fight. This whole thing's great.
Yeah, it's a great fight scene, man. It's a great battle scene.
Yeah, he's like, I want to fight, and then like nobody fights him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It shows how scary freaking this guy is, you know? They got the priest in there getting
Oh, by
bloody.
the way, did you guys hear about a movie about with Sean Connery that I've never seen that one, dude? Time Bandit.
No, Passion talks about it all the time, though.
What is it?
It looks funny as fudge. It has Tom Cleese in it. John Cleese. Sorry. It
John
looks interesting.
Cleese from Monty
Yeah.
Python
Yeah.
and Sean Connery.
It's comedy. It looks hilarious, and Sean Connery's in it, and I have never seen that one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch it. I picked it up.
Time Bandits?
Time Bandits. Yeah.
Ah.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually seen this one. I've heard a lot about it.
I'm watching it after this.
Oh shit, it's got a lot of the guys from Monty
Yeah, the
Python
Monty
in
Pythons are all there. Yeah.
it. Directed by Terry Gilliam. It's got Michael Palin in it.
Uh huh.
Greg says Time Bandits is a Terry Gilliam masterpiece. Thomas
there you go.
Connolly says, yes, it's awesome, buddy. Yeah.
Right
Thank
on.
you guys for joining us. Please like and share. Let everybody know we're here hanging out, watching Highlander. Got a timestamp soon. It's such a sweet ride. Yeah, I love the cops, man. They're always late.
Just a little bit.
It's always late.
Is it because he's French?
It's just like a great contrast too, you know, from like the busy city in New York. You know, you got like
Yeah.
the Fire Highlands. Yeah. That's so well done.
Yeah. That nice transition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet water, you know, it's smooth, but it has some ripples to it. Shows the difference between what it was like back then and what his life is now. Pretty incredible
Yep.
filmmaking.
Yep, that it is.
And the last rites. Little did they know. Took his head clean off.
I mean, the only thing I don't like about this second movie is that they made it about being about aliens on the planet instead of just leaving it being mystical type of thing. But I did really like the idea of throwing it in the future.
It had aliens in it?
Technically, they're aliens.
Get the alcohol. Get the alcohol ready, Mark. When we watch a Highlander 2, just have the vodka.
I'll have a bottle of Jack with me,
Yeah.
sitting there with me.
Yes, Thomas Hale. The music always makes the movie. Hell yeah, brother.
Definitely.
Highlander and Queen go together, man. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
It's really Queen and anything goes together. It seems like just a great
It
band.
is, but they really like they had some songs here that were just like
Oh yeah.
all
Yeah.
timers, man. Like, fuck.
Who Wants to Live Forever?
It's
Man.
so
Yeah.
fucking good. It's not even like that's a song that could be played in anything. It'll just get you right in the feels. You'll be like, fuck.
Great song. I don't know, this whole album, like the soundtrack for this movie is just incredible. It stands apart from a ton of movies, even with some of the best soundtracks out there. It's got to be in the top 5.
Oh, by the way, the castle it is the same one from. I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Discord bugged out. I'm restreaming.
Okay.
It's already up.
Good eye, by the way, man.
Girl, Beacon is on it.
Yeah, it's known as Castle Stalker.
They should rename it Castle Highlander.
There you go.
Make that a tourist attraction.
You talk funny.
Man, that's dialogue you won't see in a movie today. Really, really well written dialogue too.
Yeah, to illustrate that the guy's a fucking asshole, racist motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you can't do that anymore.
Yeah. God, he's such a good bad guy, man.
He's amazing. One of the best villains ever, man.
He rode on the laurels from this movie for a while too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in a ton of movies as a bad guy, and he did a hell of a job too.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. If I was casting a movie and I needed a bad guy, I'd be
And
like,
let's not
give me the Kurgan.
Let's not,
Fuck that.
let's not forget Eric.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
He had a long career, man. This guy's
I think
he got the
still
most out of it. Yeah, he's still sure he's still doing voiceover work and stuff. The voice never goes.
Yeah, man.
You know? That kind of
Voice of Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Voice of Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, it's got range.
Telling SpongeBob that it's better to burn out than to fade away.
How cool is that, man? I love that sword.
Yeah, dude.
That's so sick. Like,
Such a brutal looking sword.
yeah, so the way he puts it together, you're like, oh, that's a whole nother level.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, completely believable and just like, yeah. Like, you feel it when they when they have their final showdown. Like it feels like fucking like a big like boxing main event match. You know,
Hmm.
Yeah,
and you just
it's
waiting
pretty
the
amazing. It's a badass fight.
Candy with a Y. Oh, candy with an I. Asking for. I thought that was me having an issue again.
yeah. I love the trope of like the nosy reporter
Mm.
from like the '80s. You know, it's like
I like how
every
they
other.
gave her a similar hair color to the girl that he liked, you know, that he falls in
Yeah,
love with, you know, in
yeah, she looks kind of
college.
like her. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Doesn't matter how long you live, we all have a type.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I looked it up and apparently the Kurgan has he was the voice of Lex Luthor
Yeah,
in the Superman TV show, like the cartoon, and
yeah,
he
Justice League.
apparently
Yeah.
he's still doing that too.
Hmm.
He's like the go-to for that. So he's still kicking. This is kind of funny. He played Raiden in the one of the Mortal Kombat movies.
Oh, that's
Or
fun.
no, this is a TV series. It's a cartoon show for Mortal Kombat. He played Raiden. Christopher Lambert played Raiden in the first two movies for Mortal Kombat. That's kind of funny.
And obviously he's a creeper, right?
Oh God. Connor definitely knows how to take an ass whooping.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I always love like the whole idea that they could sense each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like that was always such like a cool like thing. You know, like they could sense each other's presence and
Yeah, I've always thought that was a really cool. They didn't have like an effect for it, but I thought that was always a cool plot point. Like, the mood would instantly change the second,
you
they
know,
could sense one another.
and there's always like a little thing of like you know, can I trust this person or not? You know, like there's always like all these kind of like layers to it, which is always fun.
Yeah, yeah. They did that a lot in the show where, there would be somebody that would come up that would be, you know, one of them. And, they would always be like, you know, do I attack this person or, what do I do?
Yeah,
It's always pretty cool to see that interaction.
it is. Like yeah, it has to be like a trip. You know, like can you really ever trust somebody? You know.
Yeah, dude. You got maybe one or two friends, but I mean, in the end, there can be only one. So, how far can you really trust them?
Yeah, man. Like I love that about the pilot for the
Yeah,
series when like
yeah.
he has a talk. Duncan has a talk with and Connor have a talk with his girlfriend, and he's like, there can be only one. And she's like, one what? And he's like, one immortal, one of you. It's like, yeah. And then she finds out like like all the rules, like like whoever is the last one standing gets the power to rule like humanity and stuff. And if it's somebody like the bad guy in the pilot, then like the world will go into like 100 years of like despair that'll never come back from.
Yeah,
Like
like in the second one, that the premise of being the only one was that you become mortal.
Didn't they did a movie? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was one of the last. I think it was the last Highlander movie they actually made. It was like a straight to DVD movie. I think it was The Quickening might have been the name of it.
brother, we
But
don't talk about the cooking.
oh, you know
The
what I'm
quick,
talking about
the
then?
quickening
Okay.
went to theaters. The second one.
Oh, is that the one? I thought there was some sort of monster that had like white skin or something
Yeah,
like that in it.
that's awful. My God.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. And it was something like he had to you don't get to rule mankind, you get to have a kid and fall in love was
Dude,
the
they're such a clusterfuck. Like
You get to be
Yeah.
immortal.
I cannot believe they made that movie. Like everybody had such high hopes.
it
Like,
was
yeah,
it was a weird movie.
one last Highlander movie, and that they just decide to do this.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was fitting because it's technically you become mortal, dude, when you're the only one on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
the
guess
the,
that's
the
true.
entire premise of the first one is he doesn't want to live forever. Who would?
It would suck. You outlive
And
everyone
then
you ever loved.
and in the second one, he's about to die. He's old age, and then more come, and he turns young again.
Hmm.
I thought it was a good premise for the sequel, but I do agree that there's part of it that I'm like, didn't
I
like
gotta
that much.
watch that again then. Cause I don't. I remember it. I remember my dad getting it on VHS, and I remember sitting and watching it with him. But I haven't seen it in years.
The
It's
third
been one of those.
the third one, like I keep bugging Ace, but the third one was good. It's
Is
after
that
that
in
that I
game?
yeah it's
No,
after that
Endgame was the fourth one.
no
Okay.
this
Yeah, the
it's
third one
after
was the
that that
one
I have trouble.
with Mario Van Peebles. I mean, it's basically a remake of the first one.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
You know, it's basically
that's why I
telling
don't
the
like
same
it.
story in a different kind of like setting.
It's
But
not it's no
after like the second one, to me, it was just nice to get things back in like order. Especially if you look at it like things spin off from, it goes to like the series after the third one. It's basically him passing the torch in a way. So if
Hmm.
you look at it like that, he passes the torch into a series and then comes to Endgame. So
Yeah, it's been
yeah
a
you
long
see
time since I've
it
seen some of these.
it seems it depends on what you like about the movie, right? Either you like the hero, like the chosen one aspect, right? Or you like the aspect of it, like me, the way I see it, it's a curse. To him, he
Yeah.
sees it as a curse.
Yeah, when I was a kid and watching this, it was awesome because he got to be this badass sword
uh,
fighter.
there's passion for retirement.
There it is, man.
I don't know, brother. If you want to hop on, let me know. You can tell us how
Rest
it is
in
in the old
crap.
folks' home. Now that you retired from coloring. You know, Passion's going down to Florida
There you go, man.
to join the rest of
Where he'll never color again.
Is that
the
what it's
retire.
all about? Okay, I got it now. Now I understand why Steve's there and everybody's going there. Retirement country. Oh, state.
It's sad because they look really happy.
Yeah.
You know how the fate goes, and then here comes the man himself.
Yeah, like it's that's the thing is. Let me see. In the second one, you also know that he had many of them. He even had kids that he lost. Right? I thought that's what it added to it. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what you like. That's why I like both of them. I just I don't know. The movies after the third one were. Even the third one, like he said, it's a reaction to number one.
Uh, Connery is he's so good. Like whoever like thought of like who would be perfect to play like a flamboyant Spaniard. It's Connery. Like yes, you are a genius, brother. Let's have you cast all my movies. Uh,
I don't know. I think probably the casting guy was like, it'd be really cool to get Sean Connery in here. What can we put him as? How about a flamboyant Spaniard with a peacock cloak?
dude, man, I would
Whatever. He's
totally
got
rock.
range.
I would totally rock that peacock coat. No problem.
He did a good
Yeah.
job, man. You got
Oh,
to
man,
give it to him.
he's great, man. Like,
You wouldn't think it, but a redheaded, Scottish man, as a flamboyant, potentially Egyptian Spanish guy.
yeah, it's like it's like Banderas playing an Arab.
Yeah,
It shouldn't work, but somehow it does, man. You know, hey, man, you just got to give it to them.
there you go, man.
Just works, man.
You just got to let people do the roles they were born to play.
Yeah, see, that's why we can't stereotype people and typecast them. You know, you
Let them
gotta
do
let,
it, man.
yeah.
I like the contrast between these two guys too. You know, with McLeod and the Kurgan, because you essentially got the two guys that you can become. You can either be this guy that you know still falls in love and still has to endure the loss and the loved one and everything over and over again, or you could eventually just become a murdering psychopath who kills people for the fun of it. I think the idea was that the quickening was supposed to be at the end of this movie, right? So
Yeah.
I guess the ultimate, you know, answer was that you had these two people, one that retained their humanity and one that, abandoned it
Yeah.
to survive. It's pretty interesting. I mean, they did a pretty good job with the characters in this.
Completely.
You Scottish freak on.
Oh,
He's Egyptian.
uh, there must be something like the idea of like you trying to teach somebody like that they're immortal, you know, like how like surreal that is, you know.
Yeah,
It's
when you
like
think about it, the only
it's
real
like
way to do it is to kill him.
yeah, it's like literally you have to like no brother, like you cannot die unless they chop off your head. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like
You know what's? I just checked.
Listen,
Highlander
you
one
pussy,
and
just take this
two.
bullet to the face and you'll be fine.
I just checked. Highlander one and two are the same. It's the entire same team. They changed team on number three. Even the writer.
Really?
Yep.
Man, I gotta watch Highlander 2 then, because I haven't seen it since God, that had been like 92 or 93 that I saw that. It's been a long time since I've watched that movie.
Yep. I was gonna watch it like right after this, but I want to watch Time Bandit. But
I got a whole long list of movies that I gotta watch. I've
yeah.
been sitting and just piling them up. Passion told me about the Street Fighter the other day. We were talking
Street
about
Fighter
that.
movie. Yeah.
With the Street Fighter from like 1974 with
Oh.
Sony Chiba. I had never seen that, so
Hmm.
yeah. Just got fish falling out of his gill.
you cannot die, McLeod. uh,
I hate you.
another great thing is like part of like the idea of the mystery of like where they come from.
Hmm.
It's probably another reason why I don't like the second one because there shouldn't be answers. you
It's
know,
kind of like the Metachlorians with Star Wars and the Force.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like look,
It
who
was meant.
knows?
It was meant to
Well,
be the conclusion. It was never meant to have another one.
yeah, it's like who knows where the backstory is. You know, and I love how like their histories pass through each person. So like it doesn't. They don't know how far back their lineage goes. You know, like
Yeah.
their code, their story, their everything is just passed through the word of mouth, which is another great idea. Like there's so many like little things about like the mythology that I think are just brilliant. Like the fact that more people haven't really touched on stuff that's similar to this to me has always been like this is right to be like for people to play with and take it to different. All these ideas are just cool, man. Like they're just It's really creative.
Yeah, you really do have a lot to work with when you think about it. I mean, it's kind of limited because it's called Highlander, so you have to kind of have that connection to it. But if you can step away from like Scotland, there's a like I mean, yeah, Sean Connery's character is supposed to be Egyptian, so there's a
Mhm.
lot there too that they could go with. It goes back,
Yeah.
thousands of years potentially.
Yeah, any
So there's
time period, any kind of storyline, you can follow it through from the
yeah,
one age to another, even into like the future. Like who says like everything ends in like what is this like the late '80s here? Like that thread could have been followed through just like the series had.
yeah. I mean, if we follow Passion, with his, there's only one Highlander, the rest is crap. If we get rid of some of the ones that came after this, and then just proceed into the future with
Yeah,
a whole new series with it
I mean that's
that
why
follows through.
that's why I like 1 and 2, dude, because it's you got a beginning, you got the end, and you can fill the middle and
Yeah.
before.
I mean, if you could just went with a whole nother character, I think that's why Star Wars is so stagnant, is because they don't venture outside of the Skywalkers.
hmm
If they just went with like another thing, it might be different. They might be able to do new shit with it. But
That's
with
what they
like
thought. That's what they thought, and then they did the new movies like that. And
they did something with those movies, but damn. But if they did something, stepped away from like the McLeods and followed a different guy, you know, I think that because you can only follow so many,
that would be interesting. That they
you know.
follow another a series, that follow another one, or a movie like that. They could have just left those alone.
yeah.
Like, don't do anything and just fucking do another Highlander.
Right.
That's what
And
You
Greg
don't have to
says.
merge them. You don't have to combine
Like
them. You
they,
don't have to cross over.
yeah, it's like
You know.
what they technically what they did with this series, but it was another McLeod.
Yeah, well, it's what I think that's why 40K like Warhammer is so successful, because they have so much that they have to work with time wise that they can do whatever they want, and they can just keep doing it because there's no real end in sight, unless you count like the Warhammer Fantasy shit
Mhm.
where they ended it and rebooted it, which was a mistake. But 40K hasn't done that, so
Yeah, to me, like you could easily just repackage Highlander as call it something like Immortal or something.
Immortal would be good. Yeah, the
Just,
Immortals are
just
just immortal.
and then just kind of go with like a whole different kind of, keep the mythology and you just tackle different characters throughout. Like
Yeah.
I said, man, like I would love to get my hands on it personally. Like I already have like ideas of what I would do. Like I think it's right for somebody to really take it to the next level.
I'd like to see something cyberpunk, like it's in the future.
That's
You got
why
this
I like
dude
the
in, like, a
second one.
Is that really what's in the second one?
It's in the
No,
fucking future.
it's not cyberpunk at all.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking cyberpunk, dude. They're flying on this, dude.
I was
just
thinking
couldn't
like Cyberpunk 2077 or something like that,
Yeah.
or like a Blade Runner, or
It looks like
is that what it is?
it looks a bit like Blade Runner, but it's not that cyberpunk.
Oh,
It's
okay,
dystopian future.
okay. Because I'd like to see that. I think that'd be interesting. And you go back to like the past,
you
like
get that in you get that in the anime, dude.
in the
They
anime.
made an anime movie, dude, and
I gotta
that's what
check
it
that
is.
out.
It's
I haven't
Oh, the
read
cyberpunk.
it.
Highlander anime is amazing.
It's
I gotta write
fucking
that
amazing.
down, man.
It is
I gotta
cyberpunk.
remember that.
Yeah.
That sounds wicked.
He fights one of the another Highlander that has a fucking sword chainsaw. It's
That's fucking
sick.
awesome. Man, that's one thing that I think people underutilize is the chainsaw sword. We need more chainsaw swords.
I'm drawing a chainsaw knife as we speak.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Sim's on top of it. He knows what's up. See, we need those in real. I'd buy a chainsaw sword. I'd end up killing myself with it, but I'd buy one.
I think we all would.
Yeah, it's the same thing with a lightsaber. You know, you're like, oh, cool, and then there's that scene in where in episode 4 where Luke looks directly into where the blade comes out. It's like every single person would do that, and they'd accidentally turn them on and kill themselves.
She's beautiful. Son of a bitch. But I love her. But I love her. Let me love her. Wow. That's what we call pulling out the grades. So, kid, I've been around.
Man, I love that sword. I wonder if you get a
Yeah.
recreation of it. I bet you could.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
there is.
There was like they had like a web like a it was like a website or like a mailing kind of magazine stuff where you could get like the replica swords and all that
Hmm.
back
That's
in the
cool
day.
as hell, man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
You can get replicas of everything.
I'm gonna Google that and see if I can find one. Somebody made a Kurgan sword, full size replica for
Ooh.
$50.
That's dope as fuck. Can't exactly justify having that, but the idea of it is awesome.
My
Yeah,
wife would
yeah,
come
dude.
home and see me swinging that shit around in our
Yes,
living room and
like-
freak out.
We understand for $50 it's not usable. It's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
tell-
I know. As soon as I saw $50, I was
Yeah.
like, I'll never be able to hit anything with it, but it still looks cool. Yeah, I'm on another site that's got the actual McLeod sword for like $540. That makes more sense.
And
Yeah.
the McLeod sword is one that I want, and Atlantean sword from Conan.
I just found the Kurgan sword on the same website. It's $1,400.
Yeah, like
Yep.
the real thing. It must be crazy.
Yeah, so I might not be getting that anytime soon.
So
That's a little expensive.
go sub to Gravediggers. Grave robbers.
Yeah, Grave Roberts.
Excuse me.
Yes. Don't mind Sim. He's had a little too much to drink tonight. You know, he's enjoying himself, reliving the memories of how awful Highlander 2 was. Do have all the links in the description, so you guys can sign up for Grave Robbers mailing list. You can sign up for the Ace mailing list. You can, of course, back Tales from the Natverse
Yes.
in demand, and of course, don't ever forget to back Seven Legions shipping on demand. If you order it right now, Michael Beacon will stop what he's doing. He'll take off his pajamas. He'll package your book, and then he'll run naked to the mailbox. I don't know why he does that, or he could just keep his pajamas on and walk to the mailbox. But I mean,
He likes
as long
to
as
take
he
off.
get it quickly, it doesn't really matter.
Personally, I think it's a little far, but it speaks to his, his dedication to get the book to you.
I think it's a payback for the neighbor that keeps letting his dog piss on his lawn.
Okay.
So he just goes outside. Witness me.
It's a great book, though, so definitely back it.
Yes,
It really
they'll
is.
support it.
Yeah. Next person in the back, I made a drawing during Doodle and Chill of Sean Connery's character from here, battling the dragon he plays in Dragonheart,
Oh, right on. That's
and
pretty
you'll get that with your Seven Legions copy.
There you go,
cool. Oh, yeah.
dude. This fight is so like crazy.
Oh, it's so awesome,
Like,
man.
it is- Like it is so fucking cool. Like the thing is, like, the Kurgan is bigger, stronger, but like within the first minute, you see like Ramirez is better with the blade.
Yep.
You know, it's like there's so much little things in this scene, man, that are just like incredible.
Well, it just makes the Kurgan so much more terrifying. The fact that
Yeah,
he's fighting with a slit throat,
yeah. It's
you
like,
know?
and the thing is, you see fear in his eyes. You know, you
Yeah,
see like he knows like Ramirez is the real deal. Like you know, like he's
You know
fighting a
that's
guy who's worthy of him.
I
that's
might
something we should.
actually lose. You know,
That's something that I'd like to do though. I'd be in doing a story of Ramirez.
that would be cool. That would be
Dude,
really
man.
cool.
Oh,
Like a young Ramirez.
Yeah.
hell yeah. His adventures, that'd be incredible.
I'd watch that.
Like he's Egyptian, so meaning he started there.
Look, man, it all goes back to Egypt, man.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, what would be really cool is if you
That's
took it
what I was.
back to like Samaria, like the
That's
beginning
what.
of human civilization with like Tiamat and Gilgamesh and shit. That'd be
Me
pretty
that.
fucking cool.
Me that's what I was disappointed when I tell you. Like I liked the second one, but I didn't like the fact that they made it about aliens because alien was the big thing then. I really thought it was still gonna be like a mythic, like it was gonna be from Egypt, like Egypt, or even
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah, keep it that sword and sorcery shit. Go
Yeah,
with like a Conan kind of thing.
exact.
Yeah, dude.
But that's the only thing I really don't like about it.
Well, I'm definitely gonna watch it now that we've talked about it so much. But yeah, I might keep some liquor with me to get through it.
This scene is incredible, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it really is.
Like it's so just the whole effects of like the castle breaking apart in the middle of their battle and Kurgan just overpowering and just that's incredible, man. Like oh man, this is as good as it gets, man. Like I think this always be like one of my favorite, easily always in my top five of any. Like I could watch this forever, man. It's so well done.
It's an incredible movie. It really is. It really is.
Connery's tremendous in this. Like he's not in it much, but every scene is impactful.
Yeah.
He's completely believable. Like, great opening, great death scene. It's just like can't ask for more, man. Like that's what you want, man. You want like iconic characters, and like this
Yeah.
movie has them.
And yeah, I don't think there's a single character in this like main character that's forgettable.
Yeah, no.
The police, they kind of fall by the wayside a little bit, but like the Kurgan, Connor and Ramirez, they're just incredible. Like they stick with you.
So epic and just.
I don't know. This is one of the most badass movies I think that ever came out of the 80s.
Yeah.
They had a lot of great movies, but this has definitely got to be in like the top 5.
Oh, the headhunter stalking the city.
Yeah, that's gonna work. I like the fact you get all those little different time flashback.
Yeah. It's another like it's a great. It was great use like in the series when you see Duncan. There was a time in his life where he was fighting all these different wars until he met like his priest friend, and he basically had to understand like like that's not really like what they're meant to do. Like he thinks he's doing the right thing by joining all these crusades and fighting in battle, but that's not really their role in this. It's another interesting thing too. Because like you figure
Yeah.
like he's seen multiple wars. He knows like the real kind of thing. Several lifetimes over. It doesn't really matter. You know how good intentions you have. You can't really stop it.
Yeah.
You
Like
gotta find you
you,
gotta find your own way.
right. You fight in war after war after war, and what's changed?
Yeah.
You know?
So like I said, man, there's so much untapped potential and like this whole mythology. It really you could just do almost anything, and you can make great stories out of it. And bring different characters, and I've always seen like that potential like in it. Like it's really
Yeah, it's crazy that we don't see more of it. We've had the line of movies that we've had, but that kind of petered off, and we really haven't seen much. And it's just weird to think
no,
that this is such a fantastic movie with such a fantastic lore and world around it that it doesn't get more attention, which could be a good thing. I mean, keep going back to Star Wars, but
yeah.
Mhm.
Star Trek is a great example of that too,
Oh
with what they're
God,
doing with Discovery and
like I
stuff.
said, and they did the poor Picard.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
Generation is as good a series as you'll find
Yep.
on
It
TV.
really is.
And I'm so glad I didn't even like bother. I want my memory clear. I want to
Yeah.
remember the good times.
I watched the Red Letter Media recaps of the show and stuff because that's all I think I can stomach. It's just, mm, it's bad. Say what you want about Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise, but TNG has got some of the greatest stories and characters and stuff in Star Trek, and they did nothing but just drag those characters through the mud with
Yeah, man.
Picard.
It's like that show had as good a writing as any Emmy award winning nonsense that they crown and tell you it's a great show.
Hmm.
Like the episode of fucking Data where he creates a daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
those like 45 minutes are some of the best TV you'll ever see.
yeah. I mean, it was one of those shows that could have action and it could have really, really well done, slow stories like Measure of a Man, where again with Data, they go through that tribunal where they're trying to figure out whether or not he's a living, being with rights just like a person, or if he's just a machine. And it's just like it's not fast paced. It's not there's no explosions. Like it's just a good, solid story, front to back, just
Dude,
good stuff.
when Riker has to be the one who's bringing the case against Data.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude,
Dude,
yeah.
that shit is. There's so many levels to that. Like
It's great. It's
it is
really good
amazing. Like
storytelling.
people like
Yeah.
you have no idea. There's so many like episodes. Like the one where Worf gets crippled. He wants to
Oh, I
die.
forgot about that
Dude,
one.
man,
Yeah.
come on, get the fuck out of here. It's bullshit, man. It gets me angry what they did,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
that show is tremendous. It has some of the best episodes, like even like the silly stuff, like man, they just knew how to write and they knew how to give you different ideas, and they always didn't end in the happy ending. And fucking, there are four lights.
Oh
God
wow,
damn
yeah,
it!
yeah, that one.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? That's as good as fucking. Wow,
man,
everything,
that was good TV, man.
everything with like the Borg,
Yeah,
like wow,
Darmok and Gelada Tanagra. It's just like
so
that whole
many.
episode. That was probably my one of my favorites. Is that Darmok and Gelada episode?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's just two guys trying to figure out how to talk to each other, and that's all that was.
Yeah,
And it's
man, the
just,
one where Riker falls in love with the androgynous alien chick,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and like he finds out like what the race is, and all these deep levels to stuff like they were touching on back in a
yeah.
silly like sci-fi show.
Well, they
And
did one where Beverly Crusher fell in love with, I think, a Trill, and
yeah,
I think that was the
yeah,
name of the race. And he died, but the subspecies that's connected to them mentally moved on to
yeah.
another body, and it was a female, and she just wanted to continue the relationship. And Beverly's like, I don't know about that, lady. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on here. It's
Yeah, and
just it's
they
yeah,
did great stuff because they spun that off on some great stuff for DS9
yeah,
with
they
like the
did, they
character
did.
like so like even back then, man, like DS9 had like its moments. Like I think early on,
Sure.
it's not
Yeah.
that good, but early on it's really try hard. But then it kind of finds its footing, and it becomes
Right.
like a really interesting show about morality, and it pushes the envelope in a lot of different ways. You don't always have to agree with it, but the fact that they didn't use that morality stuff with the next generation characters or the originals.
Right.
Like they created DS9, which is its own thing, and it had its own morality, and it's had its own kind of issues that they were fighting with.
Right.
So they could push the envelope in different ways, but
Definitely.
still keep the core of it, you know, uh, Star Trek.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. It was a fantastic show. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Voyager, but DS9 and TNG were pretty good. But TNG was just one of those shows that just blew everything away.
and
And
finale is great too.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I said, Voyager had a lot of the same kind of. I mean, when you've done everything on a ship, it's hard to like, you know, like oh,
yeah. It's
we're
hard
back
to
on the ship again.
yeah, yeah.
But
They really painted themselves in a corner
yeah,
with that.
like their best episodes I thought were really like the small episodes, like when Seven of Nine was trying to be more human.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the little stuff like that one. It's like the little interpersonal stuff where she's trying to like date and stuff. It's like the smaller scale stuff was what I thought found more interesting because I thought that their characters themselves were really interesting, but there's only so much you can do with the ship. Like, oh, we're meeting a new alien race, and we're trying to get home for 7 seasons. This isn't Quantum Leap, brother. Wrap it up.
Quantum Leap.
you know,
Yeah,
I was like, I'm trying to get home. Like, yeah, you've been trying to get home for like 5 seasons, Voyager. Let's go. Come on, like.
yeah. There's a song that says something like, I it dawns on me. I've seen this show before. I can't remember the lyrics, but essentially, he's just like, yeah, I really loved this show when they called it Lost in Space. And it's just like, yeah, it kind of is kind of that thing where they're literally lost in space trying to get back home. Quantum Leaps, that's pretty fucking funny though. I
Quantum Leap
like
was
that.
amazing.
Yeah, that's a great show. Scott Bakula ends up becoming, Archer and Enterprise. That kind of works. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. They don't know how to write anymore. Star Trek, Star Wars, RoboCop. You got all kinds of movies and series that they've been trying to bring back, and it just fails. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be scared if they try to pull off another Highlander, but they got the right people behind it. They got
Yeah, it's obviously it's
really
people that
incredible.
never understood what made the movies great.
Yeah,
before.
you're right about that. Yeah, got to get like somebody like Freddie Mercury to do do another soundtrack for. I'd like to see like what's the name of that band? Blind Guardian. They do a lot of really good music, a lot of epic rock and stuff, like metal. They could pull off a Highlander movie, I think. Like if they made a new one, I could see that.
Oop.
We lose. Do we lose him?
No, stays. Yep. He's gonna come back. Gonna go get something to drink. I'll be back.
Cool. Yeah, it's such a hard scene.
Yeah, thank you, Star Wars Plus, for joining us. Hell,
Hey, there you go, man. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
kind of like how he buries himself basically in there.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's
a
when
little
he
part of him.
has his real like death. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a hard scene to watch. Really well done. This is such a great scene. I forgot about this.
Uh, incredible stuff. Like, just Like you can go from like a beautiful heartfelt scene and then to like just pure comedy.
It works though. Like they did a good job. Like they how many movies?
Ouch.
Oh, that's great. Mhm.
That was a cool one.
Oh man, New York City in the '80s was a whole different beast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows what you'd see in the streets? And like,
We lost him again.
You'll be back. Like it's funny. Like you go back, you see a whole bunch of people, then you see the car, the old people.
Yes, so hail to Comics with Callaway for joining us. Right here, just chilling, watching Highlander, going on a Star Trek run.
Yep. And
You know what we do.
keeps getting kicked out.
Yeah, typical day on StreamYard, you know.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, guys. So I got a little cut off there. Where are you guys at right now?
Hold on a sec.
Right now, I'm at an hour 23 minutes.
Yeah, I'm an hour 22:55. Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. All right. Uh, guy getting stabbed through is in the hospital.
Yep.
He's telling the cop
He's still
how
alive, even
bad
after
fucked up he got. Yeah,
even after he got like impaled and lifted up. Dude, his interior should be like
tough
dead.
dude, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the hospital for a little while after that.
Hey, man, the Kurgan sword cuts clean.
Lose a couple feet of intestines, sew it back up. He'll be right as rain.
I've been there, done that.
And this is where he loses the cops. I'm just not like, oh, okay.
Oop.
Yeah. Mm.
Ooh, got ink spot in the house and Discord watching with us.
Yeah, right on.
Cops can't read.
Fucking weirdos.
I'm, love those kind of movies.
Keeping score, the headhunter kills. That's messed up.
Oh, I think Ace about to get kicked out again. Again.
Oh, nice. Hell.
Nice what? Did you say hello to comics with Calloway? Yeah, you did in the chat. We're good. I'm sorry.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious to hear you like in robot mode. Ha ha
Yeah, you were just like, ha,
ha
ha, 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 ha.
ha.
Look at those comics hanging.
Mhm.
Back then, when you can get a comic for $1, just about any corner store.
I could never get a comic for a book. It's always like 199
Am I?
Oh, dude, he's just answering us about the roboting. Damn, the
Mhm.
delay's long.
Oh man,
Right? That's one hell of a delay, bruh. There you go. Called it. Oop.
yeah, well, like you said, he'll be back. I love
Speaking,
this. This
speaking
has got to
of
be
the
one of my
devil.
favorite scenes of this whole movie.
Yep.
Yeah, the watching on there caused too bad of an echo, so I just got on Amazon and caught up. it's, it's like it was so bad I couldn't understand anything anyone else was saying.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and me, the volume got low on my side for the movie. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, I just rented it on YouTube.
Yeah.
No sense of humor.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you now, man.
Loud and clear. Is there a delay?
No.
Good. For the record, we did not laugh at you roboting. Not at all.
No. I'm sure you guys didn't. I'm sure everybody handled it in a mature manner, respecting the host of the channel.
Yeah.
You know, especially considering how I basically saved Doodle and Chill from dying a slow death for an hour. But
I need to
No,
rewatch
no,
that.
no good deed goes unpunished, I guess. And I had to keep Michael Beacon and Brandon in line, man. You know how hard those guys get out of
Yep.
control. Like start going on racist rants and all this stuff. It's like, guys, take it easy. Simmy
We
here.
we had to find some way to end the stream, and getting it struck would be the best way.
There you go.
Dude, when the electricity get back, I go to the computer and I see that it's still on. I'm like, oh fuck. And Phil told me that when I got back in, you just left like 2 minutes ago. But there were so
Yeah,
many
man, stream
police
was fun.
officers. There were so many police cars and fire trucks and ambulance that the entire sky was red around the house.
Wow.
Like everything was red, like in the windows everywhere. We're like, fuck.
It's like freaking the end of like the multiverse or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, hashtag space heist.
It's coming, people. You have no idea. It's gonna be so good. Yeah, man, watch out. 2021, the year of Ink Slayer.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have all the cool projects. Everybody's gonna want to jump on board.
It's gonna be freaking awesome, dude. We're actually talking about doing a story of Nat, a one shot in painted mode.
Sweet.
Doing a few stories, Do we understand that we're even surprised how good it came out? We're like, dude, I think we need to do that some more.
Yeah.
Connor McLeod from the Clan McLeod.
By the way, was this the move in the 80s?
But I am French, please sleep with me and always works. Yep.
Yeah, stabbing yourself in the gut. Like, listen, girl, I'm an immortal. I'll prove it to you.
Hey, dude, Van Gogh tried with his ear, didn't work.
Yeah.
He bled to death.
I guess it depends on the trick. Yeah, man, gotta give it to him. It worked. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And knock it if you don't try it.
Okay, so everybody go get yourself fake knives. Fake
You lead
stabbing
off.
knives. That
Little fake pack of blood into the
Yeah.
shirt.
You're like, hey,
Pull this
you can
up.
stab me now, but I'm gonna be stabbing you later. If she doesn't
Girl, I
get the
just-
joke, then she might call the cops. But that's
Well-
or actually stab you.
or just actually, yeah. There's some crazy girls out there. She's like, all right, I'll stab you.
Yeah.
It's always been one of my fantasies. Yeah, I'll be right there. You're pretty sure of finding one of those.
Idiot. Oh. That's the thing. You can't have happiness until you deal with the Kurgan.
God, I love how he's just back there like a shadow.
Yep. It just disappears like a creeper.
Yeah.
I was not there. It's your imagination. It's like, you know. Oh.
It's another great scene. He's definitely got like this horror movie villain vibe to him. You know,
Hmm.
it's like you really like,
Yeah, he's a slasher in there.
yeah, like nothing can stop him. You know, like he's in no rush. You know,
Yeah, almost like a Michael Myers kind of thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's very. But then he's also got like this over the top kind of like insane nature to him. You know, it's like two sides.
This is a great villain all around.
Yeah,
I love that he covers his own eyes.
yeah. Like the scene is insane. Like, like this guy really is like psychotic. But you kind of, it all makes sense. You know,
Uh,
like this
Yeah,
is
he has no regard
this
for life at all. Because, I mean,
no
he's
like
got an unending one.
he's lived through it all. He's down to him and Connor, and this is it. You know,
Yeah.
this is his moment. He'll take his girl like he took the other girl. The actress in this is great, man. She
Yeah.
gives like the most terrified faces. Like she
Yeah, she really
completely,
sells it, man. The
yeah,
screams are
completely
amazing.
like right there in the car with Kurgan.
he
Uh,
is one of my favorite bad guys.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that sword too.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the evening.
Ooh yeah.
In one corner, you have the Kurgan, undefeated, undisputed, the baddest immortal in the land. The other, you have the underdog challenger. He's from the Highlands of Scotland,
The only one
Connor
left defending the
MacLeod.
title.
He is Ramirez' pupil.
And the sparks is what really makes this scene. Like it elevates it above so many others.
Yeah.
Like you see sword fights in other movies and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. But like the sparks, you know,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know. It
love,
just sells it for me.
yeah, the whole like Silver Cup Studio sign, like where they're fighting in it,
Yeah,
like that whole, like the whole setting for it's dope. It's like there's not a lot of space when they're fighting on the little panels there. Well,
yeah, dude.
it's awesome. All of that. Really creative. Careful there. See, Kurgan just wants to cause destruction. He don't care. He'll kill everything. He'll destroy everything.
Yeah,
And it's a great sense. You get like, this is it, man. This is the battle.
yeah. That's the battle for it all. You know, on the one hand, we have chaos and absolute destruction, and on the other side, we have, you know, order and humanity.
Hmm. And like how dope. Like it's so like creative. All the little things that they put in this. You know.
Mm,
Also, I love how it kind of mirrors the Ramirez fight in a lot of ways.
mhm.
And they fall down. Finally. All this time, all this waiting. It's finally just them two. love this.
Hmm. I love the scenery, the shots,
Yeah.
everything's amazing. The
Yeah.
camera play. It's those type of movements sometimes I try to play when I do my comics. That's why sometimes they look animated. Like I don't see scenes like in my head like a picture. I see them as a scene, and I just kind of
Right.
take the picture out of it. Like the fact that they didn't just reopen the old wound. They just you cut another one.
Yeah.
They didn't go the cheap ass way.
And I love that he
Dude, I
doesn't
love that
die.
scene. Dude, that I love that scene.
Yeah. He doesn't just like fall over dead, like his body still tries to, because he's still got all that energy left in him. Just badass.
I am the Alpha and the Omega. Ooh, that sounded some
And what I like about this is like it feels complete, like supernatural. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
like it just feels like some ancient alien shit.
Yeah.
Well, it has all those like demonic and
Yeah,
animalistic figures and stuff. It looks really cool,
yeah.
and you kind of get that vibe from it, like it's some ancient power.
Hmm.
You don't really get aliens from it, which is really it's interesting that they went with aliens in the second one.
Hmm.
I'll definitely watch it again, just to figure out what was going on with that. But yeah.
Just have that bottle of Jack ready, brother.
There you go. And that's the reward to become mortal.
Yeah, he's just human that can read minds.
Yeah, but they never wanted to make a sequel. They decided to make one. I thought it was okay. Like I said, I don't like the idea they made it about aliens, but it still works. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, like it works as like a one shot. Really, you don't need anything more. You can
Hmm.
just watch Highlander and just get the full story.
And it's kind of
Yeah,
like and now because of the number two and the rest of the other ones, it's kind of like choose your own ending.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah. And we're done.
Yes, that brings
There
a
it is.
close to Highlander. So good. Sean Connery was amazing in this. Uh,
Yep. And he's amazing
so
in the second one too.
salute to him. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel, watching Tucker and Dale versus Evil. You
Oh
guys are
yeah.
gonna have
Yeah, I
to
love that
piggyback
one,
that
dude.
one because I have never seen it, so I'll be
God, I
I
love
watching
that
that
fucking
too.
love
movie.
it.
So you guys are gonna have to carry the convo
That's
in that
so
one.
good, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then after we watch that, we'll have the poll. You know, we're still taking recommendations for the week after, so you know, so whatever mood people are in, just drop comments in the chat. You can tag us on Twitter, all that good stuff. We have the links to all our projects are in the description. Makes it nice and easy. You know where to support the crew. Thank you for everything. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna call this a night, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Take it easy, guys.